Go.
All right, so I want to thank you for asking me to help. I want to explain how I teach multiplicative comparison. This problem says Mrs. Carter has 49 cupcakes, which is 7 times more than Miss Tyler. What is the difference between the amounts of the cupcakes? What I teach the children to do is to first underline the question, because now we want to flip it. And so what I want to say is the difference in the amounts are, and then I'm leaving that space there. And so I'm also telling them that I know the difference means that I'm going to have to subtract, okay? And then I'm also showing the kids that when they see the word which or this is, right here, which or this is, that means that it's going to be about division, right? And so the two people that are being compared, or the situations that are being compared, are Miss C and Miss T, right? And so I have their comparison bar. It tells me that Miss Carter has 49 cupcakes, which is 7 times more than Miss Tyler. What I know that I can work with right away is that this is going to be 7 times as much. So I'm going to say that Miss Carter's going to have 7 boxes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I also know I can work with is that all of this is equal to 49. My goal is to fill these boxes. What times 7, right? What times 7 will give me 49? And obviously that is 7. So every box has got to be 7. And when I'm explaining multiplicative comparison, that means that I might have a different amount of boxes, but whatever is in the boxes must be equal. And so that means that Miss Tyler now has 7 in her box. And so this equation now can be 49 divided by 7 is equal to 7. And we're talking about fact families here. And so that's that. But I'm still not finished because I didn't answer the question. I did a lot of work to get this part, but I haven't answered the question. And that's why I flip it first, because the children can get confused in all the work that they're doing, or the front loading, if you will, to get this. So the difference in the amounts. So if she has 49 and I have 7, I'm now doing the question. I'm answering the question. 9 minus 7 is 2. 4 minus 0 is 4. And so the answer is 42 cupcakes. And I try to make sure that the children use the units inside the question. All right. The next such problem that I usually work with is this. It says, Miss Tyler has 7 times more cupcakes than Miss Carter. Miss Carter has 6 cupcakes. How many more cupcakes does Miss Tyler have? Again, I'm going right to the question. And I'm going to say that Miss T has blank more cupcakes than Miss C. And then then when I know that I've been teaching them about keywords, many more is telling me that I'm going to need to subtract. All right. And so now I'm going to go back to my scenarios. We are talking about Miss T again, and we're talking about Miss C. Here's my comparison, right? And so I have to go back up here. It says Miss Tyler has 7 times more cupcakes than Miss Carter. Again, I'm doing my 7 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in this scenario, I've already done that sentence. I crossed that out, so I'm done with that. And then I go back here and it says Miss Carter has 6 cupcakes. And so I know I'm talking to them about these comparison boxes. Now this makes it easier for me, because now the equation becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 6 is equal to 42. But then check this out. I'm still not done, because now I'm filling in the 6. The question now is, Miss T has blank more cupcakes than Miss C. They have the same amount together. My answer then for the kids when I'm talking to them is this. And so then in order to figure this out, pardon my grandson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 becomes 6 times 6 is 36. And so the answer becomes Miss T has 36 more cupcakes than Miss C. The last scenario, Clyde, move over, please. Miss Tyler has 64 cupcakes. This is 8 times more, this is 8 times as much as Mrs. Carter. This is, which is the key to division. I'm going right back to talking about how many cupcakes do they have in all. I want to flip the question. They will have blank cupcakes in all. Now, when I'm talking about they, that means I'm talking about Miss Tyler and Miss Carter. So I go back to what I'm dealing with. Miss T, Miss C. Okay? It says Miss Tyler has 64 cupcakes, and this is 8 times as much. So that means that she's got 8 boxes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all of these boxes, are equal to 64. Pause. Okay. Miss C now. This is 8 times as much. And so here's this box. So we don't know what's in the boxes. We have to figure out now how to solve this. So I have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for this, it's going to be division. 64 divided by 8 is going to give you 8. And so this has got to be 8, 8, and so on. And then the rule of this multiplicative comparison, whether or not you're multiplying or dividing, is that whatever's in that box, I have the same thing in my box. I may have a different amount of boxes, but I've got the same. The question is asking about they. That means that I need to add this together. So basically I'm doing 64 plus 8. 8 and 4 is 12, and this is 72. They have 72 cupcakes in all. I hope this was helpful, even with the commentary of a 4-year-old. Thanks so much for asking.